Broadcasting live from Houston, Texas, and around the world. TV host, best-selling author, and radio personality Brad Gilmore brings you a collection of conversations with stars from movies.
Matthew McConaughey.
Brad Gilmore.
Mark Wahlberg.
Hey, how are you?
The one and only Sydney Sweeney joins us. Sydney, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Tom Hanks and Robin Wright in my favorite movie of the year. Guys, thanks so much for joining the show.
Oh, thank you.
Well, thank you. Jessica Alba and Lizzie Mathis. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Kevin Costner joins us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Television.
Jimmy Fallon joins us this morning. Jimmy, how you doing, my friend?
Good morning. Thank you so much, Brad, for having me. I appreciate this, bud.
One of my all-time favorites, Vince Vaughn, joins us right now. Vince, thanks, man.
Oh, great to be with you, Brad, and great to be talking to Houston. Good morning to you.
We got Owen Wilson. We got Judy Greer. Thanks for joining the show, guys.
Thank you.
Jay Leno joins us. Jay, how you doing?
Hey, Brad, what's going on?
We got Anna Sawai joining the show. Anna, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, Brad.
Music.
Lola Monroe.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
The legendary frontman of AC/DC, Brian Johnson, joins us right now. Brian, how you doing?
Good morning, Brad. What looking to talk to me funny, lad.
Megan Trainor.
Thank you so much, Brad. You're awesome.
Paris Hilton, the infinite icon herself, is on the show. Paris, love the film.
Thank you. I'm so proud of it.
And more. This is The Collection. Now your host, The Boat.
Well, you know what? Everybody has seen the Michael Jackson movie by this moment, and if you haven't, you need to do yourself a favor and still get out to the theater when you can experience it. And joining me right now, one of the stars of the film, KeiLyn Durrel Jones. KeiLyn, how you doing, my friend?
Doing well, brother. Good morning to you.
Hey, good morning to you. Look, congratulations on the Michael movie.
Thank you, sir.
I'll tell you what. When I went to go see it, I had to see it in a theater. I didn't want a screener. I didn't want any of that stuff. I wanted to see it in a movie theater with a crowd full of people. And there was one word that came to me when I had to do my review for it. There was one word that came to me. I said it was joyful. That movie was joyful. When obviously there's some heartbreaking moments. There's some tough moments for Michael, but you walk away feeling uplifted and feeling joyful that you got to kind of have a window into the mind of maybe the greatest entertainer and one of the greatest musicians, one of the greatest artists of all time. When you saw the cut of the movie, did you feel that same joy?
Yeah, man. I mean, you nailed it. You hit the head on the nail on the head. When I first saw it, it wasn't on a huge screen, but it was like a screening room, and it wasn't completely done yet. You know, there were still some things they needed to work out. So I saw two versions of that, but it was still incredible. Those concert scenes, because I came on a little later in the process. So I had seen some musical numbers, the Beat It rehearsal, the Don't Stop Till You Get Enough music video, the Thriller Day, but some of the bigger concert venues I hadn't never seen until I sat down to watch the movie. So I was completely blown away and just along for the ride. And like you said, just joyful. Yeah, man. It was such a great movie. I mean, Antoine is not going to do wrong in general. One of the great filmmakers of all time. And I think the perfect person to tell this story. Because I think you needed someone who grew up with Michael, understood what the Jackson 5 meant, what the Jacksons meant. And he has a music video background, which just his talents lent it. How was he as a director to work with? Was he collaborative? Did he have like a singular focus of like, hey, this is what I need you to do? Or did y'all get to play a little bit? Yes, to all of the above. You know what I mean? He knew exactly what he wanted. He's like the head coach, the quarterback, and the general manager all at once. You know, he'll pull you to the side, maybe give you a few suggestions, but then he'll let you play. And he just sort of let Jafar and I sort of explore. You know, I would watch scenes with Coleman, and he would just sort of let people loose. But he knew what he wanted. And like you said, his background is with the visual stuff. And so I think I'm assuming part of his process is casting actors that he can trust so that he can focus more on the visuals and the storytelling writ large. But yeah, man, he was incredible to work with. It was literally a dream come true because, like you said, he's one of my favorite directors. He can do no wrong as far as I'm concerned. And, you know, I look forward to working with him again, if I'm being honest. Well, yeah, of course. You know, that your Lionsgate said, Mike, you know, sequel's on the way. I mean, it seemed inevitable. You know, that because I said this too, and tell me if you think I'm wrong, KeiLyn, but you can make 100-hour Michael Jackson movie and still not cover everything in Michael Jackson's life. I mean, you'd be hard pressed to put your life or mine into 2 hours, you know, let alone someone as iconic as the greatest entertainer of all time. I think I saw one list long before I was a part of this movie, some list on the internet, like the most famous people in history, and it was like Jesus and then Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? And whatever the list was after that, like Attila the Hun or something. Who knows? But it just speaks volumes. Like you said, you can't. The Thriller album itself could be a 2-3 hour movie. And I think, to your point, Graham King and Antoine, they did their big thing, as the kids say, as far as like just giving us these highlights, but also really touching on some important heartfelt moments, and getting to see behind the veil of how his mind, his genius sort of worked.
Well, and also to me, what I think was great about your character, Bill Bray, who, like, I'm a Michael Jackson guy, so I was aware of Bill. I've watched a bunch of documentaries, watched the making of Thriller, watched all that stuff. So I'm aware of Bill. But what I loved about your character in particular in the film is he acts in twofold. He sees Michael, I feel like, in two ways. He sees him for the global superstar he can become outside of his family, but he also sees the human nature, no pun intended, of Michael Jackson.
Sure.
And he's kind of our window into that. He's the audience's window into that. There's a scene where you're in the children's hospital, and he's just observing Michael from afar interact with this young kid, and kind of give this kid all of his attention. And I just feel like Bill was our kind of window into the soul of Michael Jackson in some ways.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I like the way you worded that, because he does believe in him, and he it's not lost on him. It's not lost on Bill that Michael is this global icon, or can be. I mean, arguably he was. Even the Jackson Five, they were global, kind of superstars. But seeing the potential, but also seeing him pragmatically through this pragmatic lens, like this is just a boy, a young man who needs care and love and like a safe place to just be himself. And I think Bill went out of his way in real life, and certainly in the movie, to provide that.
Well, and then every scene that you have with Jafar, obviously, I mean, he did. I mean, and I'm not saying anything you don't know. He just did such a magnificent,
incredible
performance. I mean, it's kind of scary. At some moments you have to double take, quite literally. You're like, whoa, hey, wait, is this archival footage?
Yeah.
Did they find something I didn't know about from the Thriller video? Because he's so locked in. What was it? Did it feel like that when he walked on set, like he was locked in, or was he loose before the cameras rolled, and then when Antoine yells action, boom, he drops in?
It was this beautiful sort of combination of both, because he was very sweet and kind. Initially we were just sort of two colleagues getting to know each other, and because there's not a whole lot of time to rehearse or do any of that except between takes, and then there's tons of time. I don't know if you've ever been on a movie set, but it's long and arduous. But he was definitely locked in, but he was also really down to earth and just chit chat. I tried to leave him to his own devices and not ask him typical fan questions about like, what was it like growing up as a Jackson? And I think I tried to just be a colleague. What movies do you like? What do you do on your off time, kind of thing. And I think that worked for us. That helped us sort of build a rapport and find a groove. But sometimes when he would step out of his trailer, or when they would call action and he would just lock in, man, it was a sight to behold. I'm still in awe of this guy. I've seen the movie, I lost count, 9 or 10 times, and every time I see it, I'm just blown away by Jafar and the movie writ large.
Yeah, man, he kills it. And the whole cast though. And you know what? He does such a great job. But Coleman Domingo as Joe is operating on a level that I didn't know was possible.
Sure, yeah.
Because he is so
really
locked
next
in.
level.
Next level. And look, Joe's a complicated figure. All the members of the family, like any person is a complicated figure. But Coleman's performance was something special as well.
It really was. And even some of the smaller, arguably ancillary characters in the movie, not in the lore, but Lorenz, Kendrick, Nia, everybody was just locked. Miles, everybody, these small little nuanced moments, and we might not get a whole lot of these characters, knowing, like I said, the lore writ large, how important these people were, Barry Gordy, John Branca, etc. But I think everybody was in their bag as far as the acting, and not just the acting, but the way the casting and hair and makeup and wardrobe, everybody just like looked the part. It's really incredible. I can't get enough of this movie.
Yeah. Well, don't stop till you get enough, I think some people might say. But okay, let me ask you this, because I'm a Michael fan, and my favorite, some of my favorite songs of all time, just when I want to get in an uplifted moment. There's two that I'd normally play, but there's three, and it's all Michael Jackson. It's Rock With You, obviously. Rock With You is one of the great songs ever made. The Way You Make Me Feel, and then Want to Be Starting Something. Those are the three that I go to. So I ask you, KeiLyn, two-part question. One, what are your go-to Michael songs? And two, does he say Mama Sa, Mama Kusa, or I'm going to give you what you want, I ain't going to stop, and Want to Be Starting Something?
I don't know for a fact, so I can't say factually, but I've seen a lot of these documentaries. I've seen a lot of behind the scenes things and done some research. And I'm on the Mama Say Mama Sa Mama
Okay.
Kusa camp,
Same as me.
knowing that he sampled. I can't remember the African brother's name. Moreover, my go-to songs, man, is such a large canon,
Sure.
but I gotta say, Chicago, Who Is It, and Give In to Me. Just like sonically, those are my gym. Dirty Diana, if I really trying to just like turn up, it's on my gym playlist, you know what I mean? But also I'm a big softie, so Human Nature and I can never remember the actual title, but the Free Willy song,
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
from the movie. Yeah.
forget about it. It is, I'm a big softie, and a lot of the Ben. When I was locking in on my way to driving to work as Bill, I would listen to Ben over
Young
and over
Michael.
because
Yeah.
it's just a sweet, heartfelt song,
Yeah. By the way, that people don't sleep on that Chicago record. That was off the Escape album. That's
Hmm.
people need to check into that Chicago record. That's a special
Yes,
one.
indeed.
It's definitely a special one. Well, I will tell you this, KeiLyn, man. Congratulations on this film and the
Thank
film
you, sir.
success. As a they call me a critic. I don't know if I like that word, but I will tell you, some of my critical friends at first they were like, "Oh, I don't know about the movie. They want to do this, they want to do that." I went and saw it. I said, "How do y'all not like this movie? It is
Right.
so much joy." And we show that the audience score highest in Rotten Tomatoes history. The movie's on its way to get $1 billion. It
Yeah.
shows you not only how well the movie is, I mean, well the movie was done and honoring the legacy of Michael Jackson, but also how Michael Jackson being number one on the charts again is
Yeah.
timeless. And so thank you
Timeless.
for bringing his story to the screen.
It's an honor and a pleasure to be a part of it. You can't help but to walk out of that theater with smiles. And if there's tears of joy. And it's the holiday weekend coming up. And if you haven't seen it, you should. And if you have, you should see it again. I
See
will.
it 2, 3, 4, 5. See it as many times as you want because you're going to pick up something new. I've seen it 3 times. And every time
Yeah.
I see it, I pick up something different that I
Same.
didn't lock
Still.
in on before. So really, really great talking to you, man. Congratulations on all your success in the movie.
Thank you, Brad. Cheers.